time, I mean, we wouldn't have this problem.
Yeah, we are.
Year 4. Year's name.
What concerns you the most for Saturday?
Just hoping that my team comes out fast, really, and really not try to look over the team that we play against, and just hopefully that we have a great respect for this team and treat them just like every other team.
Coach Meyer told us today that he was glad y'all won the opener last year, but was extremely disappointed in the fundamentals, the way y'all went about things and stuff. Do you remember that too? Do you remember being not embarrassed necessarily, but disappointed in the way y'all came out last year? And do you anticipate a different entrance this year?
Yeah, I think last year we didn't really have the comfort level that we needed to have, and I don't think that we had great respect for the team that we played. And before you know it, we were losing 7-0 or whatever it was, and we came out slow. So on special teams, defense, and offense, and this year Coach Meyer is really trying to emphasize this on coming out fast and really respecting everybody.
Do you sense people are getting the message? I mean, what tells you people are getting the message?
We're practicing harder. I mean, we've treated this like game week since we started, and nobody's really taking any plays off or any practices off, and we're just trying to get better now.
Corey, have any of the young guys asked you what it'll be like to run out there? I mean, do you recall what it was like? Mihorg just said it was life-changing. I mean, what do you remember about it?
My first game was a night game, and that's worse than the 12 o'clock game. So it was kind of just a rude awakening to me. I know it's easy when you're in a stadium and no one's in there, and it's easy to say you're not nervous. But I mean, I told a couple of the young receivers when they walk out they'll be nervous, but they tell me that they're not. So we'll see.
You know better.
Yeah.
Now the game week is here, and you know that this week you are playing a game against an opponent. How different is the feeling?
It's good now to be able to play against somebody else. Finally, we've been practicing against each other for a long time now, and hitting against each other for a long time now. So we finally get to hit somebody else and score touchdowns against another defense, and our defense gets to stop another offense. So it's good.
With all due respect to Buffalo, you're playing a MAC team that struggled in their own conference last year. Do you guys feel a necessity to kind of win with some style points this week too, because of the ranking as well?
We're going to try to put up as many points as we can. I mean, we watch Buffalo on film. They're not a bad team. Actually, they're a really good team on film. From what we see, they run a real good defense, and you can tell that they're real well coached. So we're just going to go out there and try to just do what we can do.
What's a reasonable number of points for fans to be thinking about Saturday, or any Saturday, with what this offense might be able to do?
If we eliminate the mistakes a lot.
What's a lot?
I don't know, we'll have to see.
Y'all averaged 37 last year.
37.
With mistakes.
Philly, will people on Saturday see a difference in Braxton? Will people in the stands see anything different in him as a quarterback, or pretty much see the same quarterback as last year?
No, you'll see more of a leader, more of a vocal leader out there, more of guys just relaxing, playing football, and just having fun. You'll be able to tell that he's kind of got the weight off his shoulders, and he's out there just playing now.
People going to see in the huddle with you guys now. You notice that?
Yeah, he's more vocal, kind of telling everybody what we need to get done, and some people who just really are a little bit inexperienced, he's kind of telling them what they need to do, where they need to be at this time, just to have a successful play.
How does that compare to the way he was at this time? What was he like then?
He was quiet. It was other people had to tell other people what to do, and having it come from somebody else other than the quarterback, the guys really weren't too positive about that. But now you got the leader of the offense telling people what to do. That's better.
Taking off on Doug's question, will people see a difference in the offense? Will people notice that this is more of the offense that people expected to see last year that ended up not really coming about?
Yeah, you'll see a difference in the tempo and the speed that everybody's playing against, because everybody's way more comfortable in between plays, lining up a lot faster and getting a lot of plays off. So you'll see a lot more plays ran this Saturday between last year.
You talk about how crucial it is not to overlook an opponent, and in theory, that would be harder to do this year given the expectations are higher. So what is it that's keeping the chip on you all's shoulder?
Basically, I mean, we haven't really done nothing yet. We won undefeated last year, but we didn't win anything. So, I mean, the people on this team who still are here kind of got a taste of what it feels like to go undefeated and really not be able to play for nothing. So now that we know that we have something to play for this year, it's made everybody hungry and everybody wants to do it again.
Much better as a group of receivers. I know Urban has talked a lot about you guys' improvement, but as you guys come out of camp and are in the game week now, I mean, can you sense that group is 180 degrees different than it was a year ago?
Yeah, definitely. And I think it starts with me being a leader and holding everybody accountable. Basically, me taking control of the group and kind of telling everybody what we need to do this year instead of having everybody like last year. We all didn't know which way was up last year. We didn't know any of the plays. We weren't comfortable with it. Now this year, you can tell everybody's in the wideout room is so much more comfortable, and everybody wants to work every day and just get better, just to prove everybody wrong.
Seems like every time we've talked to the coaches during camp, they've mentioned Evan Spencer having a fantastic camp. What's the difference that you see in him this year? I mean, both Tom Herman and Coach Meyer mentioned it again today. What's the difference you see in him this year that fans may notice about him?
He's making a lot of more, he's making a lot of big plays down the field. That's what he's been doing all camp, and Evans worked real hard in the offseason working on his route running, his catching. His hands have always been consistent, but now he's just making the big plays now that maybe he didn't make last year. And in this camp, he's been doing real good.
Of the young receivers that came in, like James Clark, Corey Smith, those kind of guys, who has jumped out at you?
All of them, for real. They're all way ahead than what I thought they would be at this point, and that's credit to the coaches and us as leaders of getting them where they need to be. And James Clark, Corey, Jalen, Dontre, they're all strides ahead of where I thought they would be.
How often is Dontre in y'all's room?
Half and half.
Half and half?
Yeah,
Is that a lot to ask of a young guy to be in one room? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think they're loading him up pretty well? I mean, is he taking it pretty well?
Nah, he's a smart dude. He's a smart football player, and I think when you're learning the concepts, then you kind of learn every position. So, I mean, it's easy for him to get it.
I know you want to do well Saturday. Are you excited to see how he responds when the lights go on, so to speak?
I know he'll do good because we've had a couple scrimmages this year, and he's gotten some reps with the ones where he's shown up and made big plays. So I have complete confidence in Dontre.
Corey, what do you most want to see on Saturday? If there's one thing that you're curious about as a player.
I want to see us come out fast and put up points early and kind of just and dictate the game, and we determine when the game is over this year and not kind of have to play from behind this year.
Corey, thank you.
Thanks, Corey.
Thank you.
Did you enjoy your first press conference?
I did.
Good.